YarnYAY! Fancy meeting you here again. It is that time, my friends, for another YarnYAY unboxing. This time for our November box, and I'm so excited to show it to you. I know I always say that, but this one has more stories than usual. So, you have been warned. I'm going to give you about 30 seconds to get thee away from the screen if you are a current subscriber or a potential new subscriber but don't want to, and want to be surprised, don't want to know what's in the box. Go away, tune back and see me in about, I don't know, 15 minutes, and we'll be happy. So while you're getting yourself together and abandoning ship, if that is the case if you're that person, you go and I will explain what YarnYAY is to folks who may be new to it. So YarnYAY by Vickie Howell is my knitting and crochet subscription box. It is designed to deliver little bits of happy to your doorstep monthly. It includes bite-sized versions of yarn by independent companies, either spinners or dyers or just straight up yarn distributors. Just enough for you to really make a nice, quick projects. You can decide like if this is the yarn for you, you can experience it. And then if you do love it, which I know you will, then you go to your own local yarn store or your favorite e-retailer or straight to the artist themselves and you buy more and you give them business. And then the whole world is happy because you've got something new. I got to introduce it to you and they get more business. So there's that. And then there's always a couple novelty items that I choose, often thematic, but not always. And then you also get access into our private Facebook community, and that is where there are loads of tutorials. I'm on there almost every day personally talking with people. We knit along and crochet along together. We have special guests coming in. And so it's really, that part isn't even, that's not even included in the price. Like that's just something that I give you because it's, to me, the most important part of being a knitter or crocheter for me is the community that it has afforded. So I want to nurture that and share it with you. Okay, I have given you plenty of time to abandon ship. So now without further ado, November's box. All right. So first, let's start with the yarn. YarnYAY? Seems like you should start with the yarn. This is the first time that I've worked with a company that was based outside of the US. It's a company whom I've been a huge fan of for years, probably for as long as I've been a professional knitter. They're based in Uruguay, and it is Malabrigo. Malabrigo is known for their dye works, their hand dyeing. So we're going to have Malabrigo, a full hank of Malabrigo Mecca, and it's either going to be an Archangel, which is this kind of purpley coral, very sort of like autumnal. It's November, so I really wanted to lean into the autumn colors but this has sort of like a rich royal look. So you'll either get that at random. I'm not there in the fulfillment house. They just grab and pull. Or one of my all-time favorite colorways from them, this is called Arco Iris. And it's really hard to tell on camera, but to me, it looks like the darker side of a mermaid. It's really beautiful. Both of these yarns, the dye work really speaks for itself. So you don't have to do a ton of complicated stitch work to really have a head-turning piece. This business was started by two brothers in their kitchen. They were dyeing in their kitchen. And now, cut to years later, they've got this very successful business with over 300 colors, and they're offered all around the world. And I am just so thrilled to be able to give you a hank of it in this month's selection. So it started with the yarn, and from there, I wanted to think about collaboration. So I knew that I wanted to work with my friend Brett Barra, who you might know as her work as an author and a magazine editor, but she's probably the most well known for being the host of Knit and Crochet Today on PBS. And so she did that for years, and then she opened her own. It was an education space, it still is, but it was solely an education place. And now it's a retail space called Bargello Craft Company. And she's got a partner now, Carolyn, and they have this beautiful space. I've done a signing there and an event there before. If I lived in Brooklyn, I would be there all the time. Brett and Carolyn both have this like amazing aesthetic. They know how to make things without things going crazy. They have them be, their stuff is always really cool, but really accessible. It's not too wackadoo, but it's a little bit different than you'd expect. And I just really enjoy them. And so I wanted to figure out how I could bring them into this box. And, you know, we had to sort of like go back and forth about it because it wasn't, you know, they do sell yarn and knitting stuff there, but it wasn't a lot of what they sell Malabrigo and that kind of thing. So, but what I did, so I've been thinking about it, and then I started watching their feed, their Instagram feed, which I believe is just at Brooklyn Craft Company. And they are single-handedly bringing back a craft that was huge in the 70s, but they've added sort of a modern twist to it by playing with color palettes, and that is Bargello. So they're launching this whole Hello Bargello line, but they had started with just these planters. And I actually bought a kit from their website and made it myself, and I just had so much fun. And I called Brett up and I said, look, I really would love for you to be a part of the box. You know, but it would be something small. It's a yarn craft, so I feel like it still goes really well with YarnYAY. But I was wondering if you would design something like an ornament kit or something like that. And Brett said, sure, I'm up for it. So I sent her the colors of the yarn. So you'll get one or the other of the yarn. And I said, if you can kind of make it go within this palette, let's work that out. I would love it to all feel like it, you know, belonged in the same home together. And so we started texting back and forth. She was working through patterns. And what she finally came up with was this kit. Her and Carolyn both came up with. And I'm just thrilled with it. It is a little mini wall hanging. Look how cute it is. And see how well like it matches with either one of these. So you can knit or crochet your little thing and then hang out for your ornament. So this could be an ornament that you could hang on a tree if you celebrate Christmas. But it's also a great little mini wall hanging that could go in a cubicle or in a child's room or just in that special little corner. So what you get with this is you get the yarn that you need. You get the actual base piece, the needle, and then there's a 12-page booklet of instructions inside. And so that comes in, and we'll be making this together in the Facebook group, and either Brett or Carolyn or both are coming into the group via video for an interactive lesson, so they'll show you how to do the stitching. It's a really great way. It's a quick thing, so you don't have to commit to a whole new craft all the way. But if you get hooked on it, you might want to look at some of their other stuff because it's really fun and really beautiful. Okay, so she texted me a picture of this, and I said, okay, all right, I love where you're going there. I'm going to try and incorporate that same shape into my designs for the project. So our projects this month are hats. I know we did hats in October, but they were super chunky hats. This is sort of like an everyday hat. So what I did is I found a diamond-ish shape with a rounded, see what I did there? And I incorporated it into our beanie so that they felt like they could hang out together on the same shelf. So this will be this is a great beanie. It's a great gift beanie. It's a wear everywhere beanie. The weight is really nice. What's different? Well, there's a lot of things that are different than about the beanie that we made in October. The gauge is way different, but also we didn't handle it. We didn't do any crown shaping before, and now we will be doing a little bit of crown shaping. But don't you worry. As always, I provide videos, and that's something that you get exclusive access to as part of your subscription. Our videos, and then I can help you if you have questions. So this is the knit version, the knit Bargello hat. And then for the crochet, here's the, oh, how embarrassing. I didn't weave in my ends. For crochet, what I really played on, what I wanted to do is Bargello stitches, I don't know if you can tell, but they take up a couple of rows and they're very spiky. So I really played with the spikes for the crochet version. And it's a little bit hard to see on camera, but this is a great, another go-to, great weight, make it for anybody hat. So you'll get the pattern for both of those, as always, in a book. So you always get a booklet, beautifully printed, also by an independent business. It's a mom and pop shop, husband and wife, actual mom and pops, here in Austin, Texas. You'll get information about all the companies that you're working with, so you can feel really good that you're supporting not only my small business, but several small businesses. And then you get the patterns as well. You also receive digital versions of the patterns. I know some people like to download them to their iPads, or they like to be able to enlarge the font or whatever. That comes a week after your subscription or after the boxes are shipped. So the booklet comes with it. So that's 2 patterns, hank of yarn, a full kit with a booklet. And then one more thing that I'm super excited about. Okay, so we kept in theme. So then after all of that, I was really into the theme. I decided that I really wanted to do greeting cards. And so because it's the holidays, and there's a lot of gift giving, I wanted to do something that sort of lent itself for you to give one of these things away or something else, but not in a, not in a specific holiday kind of way, because all encompassing, all of you, everybody's welcome. So I designed these cards. I drew these little sweater illustrations, again, in the same colors to match, and using the same shapes. You're going to get a pack of 2 cards with my original illustrations on them. And they just say warmest wishes. And you can tell that I kind of use the same colors. It's watercolor. And if you look really close, you can see that they're kind of the same shape is still playing. So it just says warmest wishes on it. And they're empty inside, and they're on this really nice, like thick textured paper, also printed by the same printer here in Austin, and my little Happy Holidays little message on the back. So you get, so that's one, and then here's the second one. This one I designed to be more in the colors of the other yarn. It's another sweater. It says the same thing, warmest wishes. So just little sweater cards. You get a little pack like this. It comes with 2 envelopes and 2 cards, so that you have a complete kit of awesome, basically. So you can give things individually as gifts, or you can gift yourself. But I'm so excited about this one. I just love how everything matches and how it really lends in. If any of you listen to my podcast Craftish, you know how much I love to find out how people express themselves creatively. And I just happen to do a lot with needles and yarn, but I'm really interested in all of the others. So this one, I feel like it encompasses it a little bit more, because we did, art and illustration and needlework and knitting and crochet. And also, this is hand dyed. So I just really love this sort of like essence of this particular box. So November box, get them. We are growing this month, which means you don't have to wait for other spaces to open before you. Traditionally, I only know we've sold out every month so far. So that means that the only spaces that we have open when we open sales on November 13th normally would be just whomever doesn't re-up, whoever doesn't resubscribe. However, this is a growing month. So in addition to those spots, we've also added another group of boxes. So there's going to be, I think we're adding another 100 or so. So there's going to be more than usual. But last time we grew by that much, we sold out too. So don't wait. This is a great time to order for a gift. You can even, if you want to give it to someone else too, you can have it sent to yourself. You can wrap it if you want and give it away, or you can have it sent to them. They'll just get it a little early. So November 13th at noon, sales will open. Get one while they last, because these are good. I mean, both of these, this was designed just for this box. So you'll be the first to get that Hello Bargello, kit. I've never actually given anybody anything that I've drawn before. I've never actually done anything public like that. So there's that. These don't exist anyplace else. So that's kind of fun. And we started last month, we started with our very first add-on, meaning that if you're a subscriber, either current or new, you can add on an additional item. So I have one again this time, and it is the needles that you would need to knit. They're Knitter's Pride Dreams, and they are pink, because why shouldn't you have matching needles with your yarn? I mean, honestly, beautiful. So these are, I work with Knitter's Pride a lot, as many of you know. I really like them. These are 16-inch, and they're the size 10s, the 6 millimeters that you need. They're just $11, so very affordable. They are actually a company that's based in India, and so they use a US distributor. I bought everything that the US distributor has, which was not that much. So once they're sold out, they're sold out. I think we have 80 sets maybe around there. So last time we sold out in 15 minutes of our needles when we had the loopy mangoes last time. So if you do think that you want these, and these are great, I work with them all of the time, and they're pink, so there's that. If you think you want them, don't hesitate. Make sure to get them right away, and that will come. In a perfect world, they come in the same box. That's not necessarily how the software integrates with the fulfillment company, blah, 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 blah. So you'll probably get them in a separate envelope, but we're working on it. But if you want, this month only, the add-on is 16-inch, size 10, 6 millimeters, Knitter Pride Dreams in rosy, bubbly, yummy pink. All right, I think that's it. I am so excited for this, and I can't wait to hang out with all of my YarnYAYers, all my subscribers, and bring to them special live appearances in our group and hang out and knit along or crochet along with all of you. So if you know anybody that you think might like a YarnYAY box, please share this video. Otherwise, get your clicking fingers ready and hit subscribe. Go to yarnyay.com. You can add your name to be the first to be notified when we go live at noon Central Time on November 13th. Thank you. Thank you.